Hi everyone, I'm Sarah Webb and I'm here today for Fingal Festivals, the Right Time Festival with Fingal Libraries, and I'm going to be doing a creative writing workshop around the theme of autumn. So there's a few different sections to it, and you can pause after each section to do some writing. So, have you got a piece of paper and a pencil or pen ready? Good, let's get going. I always like to start my creative writing workshops with one of my favourite quotes, and that's by Roald Dahl. And he said, "Watch the world with glittering eyes. Those who don't believe in magic will never find it." So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about autumn. So what comes into your head when I say the word autumn? So what I want you to do is write down 3 things that come into your head when I say the word autumn. For me, that might be crunchy red leaves, conkers, and stormy seas. But you decide what your ones are. Now, write down 3 words, or more if you can think of them, around the word autumn. So have you done that? Have you got your 3 words? Great. So the next thing I want you to do is to write a little about how autumn makes you feel. So for some people, autumn is great. Some people love the going back to school, they love Halloween, they love the run up to Christmas. So it might feel them happy, might make them feel happy, excited. For other people, it's a sad time because it's the end of summer and the start of the winter. So that might make them feel sad, but you decide how autumn makes you feel. Maybe your birthday is in the autumn, maybe it's right now. So maybe that makes you feel happy because there's maybe some presents and a little bit of cake coming your way. So the next thing to do, write down how you feel about autumn. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to read you a couple of poems about autumn. The first one is by a writer called John Keats. Now, I had to learn this poem when I was in 6th class, and I've never forgotten it because I found it very difficult to learn because it's got some quite difficult words in it, but it is an amazing poem, but I hope you don't have to learn it, although I hope you learn other poems. One of the poems I love to recite is about a tiger, and it goes, "Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forests of the night, what immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry?" But this one's about autumn. This is John Keats, To Autumn. Seasons of mists and mellow fruitfulness, close bosom friend of the maturing sun, conspiring with him how to load and bless with fruit the vines that round the thatch eaves run, to bend with apples the moss cottage trees, and fill all fruit with ripeness to the core. I love that bit, to bend with apples the moss cottage trees. Have you ever seen a apple tree when it's really bending over from the weight of all the apples? He describes that really, really beautiful. So the next one I want to read to you is by Adelaide Crepsey, and it's called November Night, and it's a little short poem. It's got lots of sounds and ideas in it. Listen, with faint, dry sound, like steps of passing ghosts, the leaves, frost-crisped, break from the trees and fall. I love that bit, like steps of passing ghosts, little whispery noises. That's a fabulous one. The last one I'm going to read to you is called Autumn Fires, and it's by Robert Louis Stevenson, who also wrote Treasure Island, in fact, which is a fabulous book. So this is Autumn Fires by Robert Louis Stevenson. In the other gardens, and all up in the vale, from the autumn bonfires see the smoke trail. Pleasant summer over, and all the summer flowers, the red forest blazes, the grey smoke towers. Sing a song of seasons, something bright and all. Flowers in the summer, fires in the fall. So he's talking about burning leaves, autumn bonfires, and the red fire blazing. I really like that line, sing a song of seasons. It's a lovely line. So they are 3 poems all about autumn, and they are going to be on the downloadable sheet that goes along with this workshop. So maybe have a look for them there. So next I'm going to talk to you about writing your own autumnal poem, but I'll come to that in a second. First of all, and this can be an element of your autumnal poem, I want you to write a description of autumn leaves. I want you to write their colours, the sounds they make when you stand on them, what they smell like even. Use all your senses to describe them. For me, you know when they're really crispy and it's like standing on a bag of crisps. I love that. I love jumping in autumn leaves. I don't know if you're the same. So I want you to write a description of autumn leaves, your own description, using your own words. Now I am going to read you another poem, and then we're going to kind of use that as a framework for writing our own poem. And this is a poem by Russell Hoban, and it's from this lovely book here, I Am the Seed That Grew the Tree, which was collected by Fiona Waters and illustrated by Fran Preston Gannon. And this is called Summer Goes. Summer goes, like the sand between my toes when the waves go out. That's how summer pulls away, leaves me standing here today, waiting for the school bus. Summer brought all the frogs that I've caught, frogging at the pond. Hot dogs, flowers, shells and rocks, postcards in my postcard box, places far away. Summer took all the lessons in my book, blew them far away. I forgot the things I knew, arithmetic and spelling too, never thought about them. Summer's gone, fall and winter coming on, frosty in the morning. Here's the school bus right on time. I'm not really sad that I'm going back to school. So what we're going to do is we're going to use that as inspiration for our own poem. So what I want you to do is to get your pen and paper and write down summer's gone, autumn and winter coming on. Then I stand here looking at, you can put in what you're looking at. You're standing, it's the autumn, what are you looking at? Maybe a dog sniffing leaves. So it'll read, I stand here looking at your bit, waiting for, what are you waiting for? Leaves to fall? The bus to come? Watching, what are you watching? What's happening around you? And listening to, are you listening to children playing in the park? Are you listening to cars splashing through rainy puddles? What are you doing? So this is the framework for your poem. Summer's gone, autumn and winter coming on. I stand here looking at, waiting for, watching, listening to. Now, do remember, like some of the poems I've read to you, poetry doesn't have to rhyme. It can, if you like making rhymes, but it just has to capture a moment and describe that moment so that we can see it in our heads. Do you remember the little ghosts from the poem we were listening to before? Or the bright fires? Or the apples, the apple trees being loaded on by apples? They're all the kind of images that you're trying to paint in readers' heads or listeners' heads, because poetry is actually often best listened to when someone else reads it aloud. So add emotion, how you feel about autumn, and add lots and lots of description. So now is the time to get writing. I always end my writing workshops with a quotation about creativity, and one of my favourites is this one by Einstein. He said, creativity is intelligence having fun. So have a lot of fun with your writing today, Best of luck to all the young writers out there. Happy autumn.